During our heated argument, she stared at me and declared, "To be frank, you depend on me far more than I depend on you. If you don't act right, I'll find someone else to take your place." I stayed silent. The following day, I terminated her phone line, the car lease payments, her health coverage, and every other service registered under my name. She rang me from a borrowed phone, sounding frantic. I replied, "Go ahead and locate that new guy," and ended the call. Hello everyone. Before we dive into the full story, remember to subscribe to the channel and tap the like button if you're enjoying these kinds of tales. If you've got a personal experience you'd like shared, feel free to send it my way. You'll find my details in the description. I'd be thrilled to include it in a future episode. Appreciate it. Right now, I'm relaxing in my fresh apartment. It's peaceful. No more loud reality shows blaring non-stop, no heaps of makeup bags scattered in the hall, and no heavy atmosphere that felt suffocating. After 3 years, my savings are finally increasing rather than draining away, and my pulse has settled down by around 10 beats. To understand how I reached this point, and the complete takedown I executed to gain this freedom, you need to know the relationship setup between myself, a 29-year-old guy, and my former girlfriend. We'll call her Victoria, 27F. I'm a software developer. I earn solidly. No yachts or anything extravagant, but comfortably enough that grocery prices don't matter much. Coming from a background with little stability through money means a lot to me. When I care deeply for someone, my way of showing it is by easing their burdens. I aim to lighten their load. Victoria saw herself as the attractive element. That might come off as unkind, but in retrospect, that's precisely how she positioned herself. She aimed to be a social media lifestyle personality, which in practice meant sharing pictures of meals I funded, trips I covered, and the home I paid for, all with captions like #QueenMindset or #IndependentWoman. It didn't bother me initially. I was in love. She had charm, beauty, and on good days, she made me feel unstoppable. I slipped into the role of sole supporter. I felt good about covering all costs. I handled the rent for our upscale 2-bedroom in the city center. I added her to my top-tier health plan since she lacked any. After her aging Civic broke down, I didn't merely assist with repairs. I financed a new Mercedes C-Class lease, as she claimed it fit her online persona. Importantly, and this key fact plays into later events, the lease was solely in my name due to her credit being around the low 500s. She was listed as an extra driver. I also included her on my mobile plan with full unlimited features, naturally, and provided an additional credit card for urgent needs or home-related costs. Over 2 years, those home costs gradually shifted to her clothing and beauty treatments. When I'd mention it, she'd turn the conversation back on me. Things like, "You know I'm growing my online presence. Investments are necessary to earn. Why act stingy? You earn enough." If I resisted, she'd pull away emotionally. She'd turn distant. It made me seem like a strict bookkeeper stifling a free spirit. So, foolishly, I'd back down. I'd make amends. I'd cover the charges. I conditioned her to believe her company outweighed my efforts. I built a problem. The change from unappreciative to antagonistic started roughly 6 months back. She quit expressing gratitude. She began mocking my career. "It's dull. You're glued to computers constantly." My style, "You dress like an older guy." My interests, too. She began viewing me not as an equal, but as a staff member falling short. The tipping point came last Tuesday. I just finished an intense 60-hour work stretch. I was drained. Entering the home, I stumbled over piled boxes of luxury shoes near the door. My phone buzzed with an alert. A $3,200 transaction on the extra card. I headed to the living area. Victoria lounged there, wearing a facial treatment, browsing social media. She didn't glance up. "Hey," I said, striving for composure. "What's up with these shoes?" We agreed on card limits. She let out a dramatic sigh, as if I were a child begging for sweets early. Eventually, she met my eyes, irritation clear. "They were discounted, and I'll use them for the Aspen getaway next month." "We're not heading to Aspen, Victoria. I have work." "No, you're staying for work," she clarified. "I'm joining Sarah and the others." "You booked the place, right?" "We talked about it." "We most certainly hadn't." "I'm not funding a trip for you and friends while grinding to cover your shoes," I stated. It was the strongest I'd stood my ground in ages. The mood shifted sharply. She rose, removing the mask. Her gaze turned icy. This wasn't her typical sulking mode. It was more intense. Pardon, she asked. You understood. No more overspending. No more vacations. You have to chip in, Victoria. I'm not a bank machine. Want Aspen? Work and fund it yourself. She chuckled. A sharp, empty laugh. She approached, invading my space. She scanned me with outright disdain. You truly don't understand, huh? She murmured. Understand what? You believe paying bills gives you control. She smirked, shaking her head. Earning cash is simple. Plenty of ordinary men with qualifications can do that. But me? She motioned to her appearance, features, figure. This stands out. You're fortunate just to share space with me. My circle constantly questions why I'm with someone like you. You're unexciting. Too predictable. Just ordinary. I froze, shocked. Rage built inside, but outwardly I stayed composed. I remained quiet. I observed her sealing her fate. She interpreted my quiet as surrender. She neared, jabbing my chest with a polished finger. To be frank, Alex, she said, locking eyes. You rely on me more than I rely on you. I provide the prestige. I provide the excitement. You merely cover the costs. So if you don't act appropriately, I'll swap you out. She paused for effect. Plenty of messages from guys eager to cover that Aspen booking, she noted. Keep that in mind before complaining about shoes. I gazed at her. Briefly, I anticipated fury driving me to yell, to debate, defend, recount my contributions. But no, a sudden, serene insight hit me. Like a circuit breaker tripping. Affection didn't diminish. It vanished. Desire didn't lessen. It crumbled. Viewing her, she wasn't my partner anymore. She was a risk. A poor choice. An occupant without rights. She read my quiet as loss. She grinned, tapped my face patronizingly, and returned to the sofa. Getting takeout sushi, she called. No issue, it'll go on the card. Fine, I replied. Tone even, neutral. I passed her, entered the bedroom, shut the door. Sleep evaded me. I lay awake, ceiling gazing, hearing her chatter and giggle with friends from the next room. Likely boasting how she'd dominated me. Secured the trip funding. Had me controlled. She'd claimed she could swap me out. She'd framed our bond as purely exchange-based. I fund. She grants access to her presence. All right, I reasoned. If transactional, I can end it. I waited till 2 a.m., certain she slept. I rose quietly, entered the living area. Her bag sat on the counter. I retrieved the extra Mercedes key, the vehicle I covered $780 monthly. Pocketed it. Then, at my laptop, I started a document. Not from fury. With calculated, detailed accuracy like an auditor. I listed all aspects of her life linked to me. Vehicle, coverage, mobile, housing agreement, extra cards, streaming services, music app, delivery membership. She claimed I relied on her. She could swap me. I chose to let her demonstrate it. I outlined morning tasks. A full schedule ahead. I departed at 6:30 a.m. Victoria seldom rose before 10, particularly after late-night scrolling and visualizing. I used the spare bath, wore my sharpest outfit for important meetings, packed one bag with necessities. Computer, papers, travel doc, week of attire. To the garage. My basic car beside the leased white Mercedes C300 for her. It gleamed under lights. I used the spare key, entered. Scent of her sweet fragrance and attitude. Not theft. Can't steal what's yours. Lease only in my name. I drove it away, to my workplace with gated secure parking. Placed it in a remote lower spot, secured, left. First task done. Item protected. Nearby cafe, black coffee ordered, laptop open. 7:15 a.m. The systematic shutdown started. Cards first. Amex account. Extra user, Victoria. Removed authorization. Confirm? Yes. Cancelled. Repeated for the other card. Then subscriptions. Password updated for streaming, logging out everywhere. Same for music, video service, shopping prime. Minor spite. Perhaps. But she claimed to add vibrancy. I just funded entry. She could handle her own now. Mobile next. Provider site. Didn't fully terminate yet. Process delays. Chose suspend for her phone. Cause. Reported missing/stolen. Instant effect. Last big move, housing. Waited for 9 a.m. office open. Entered, met manager, kind lady named Brenda who'd seen my timely payments 2 years. Hi Alex, all good? She inquired. Need to end the lease, Brenda. Surprise showed. Half year remains. Fees high. 2 months plus deposit loss. $6,400. Significant. But versus enduring contempt, worthwhile. Check now, I offered. Moving today. Victoria remains. Removing myself from extension. I'm sole qualifier for income rule, so she'll reapply or leave in 30 days. Brenda winced. She knew Victoria. Knew no job. Yes, solo application needed. No income proof, eviction notice. Certain. Absolutely. Check written. Documents signed. Temporarily without home. $6,000 less. Utterly liberated. To work. Phone off. Focused. Productive hours. Coded uninterrupted. No requests for quick payments on detox drinks. Phone on at 11:45. Notifications exploded. 14 missed from Victoria. 22 messages. Didn't read fully. Previews chronicled her day. 10:15. Car missing? Gone. Cleaning perhaps? 10:20. Alex respond. Stolen? Alerting authorities. 10:30. Card rejected? At coffee shop, humiliating. 10:45. Answer. Phone no calls. Wi-Fi only. What's going on? 11 o'clock. If this is over last night, you're unhinged. Ring from unknown. Her, borrowing. Likely Sarah's, close friend and supporter in the building. Deep breath. No rage. Like final customer support for tough case. Yes. Have you lost it? Volume forced distance from ear. Panicking. Alex. My car where? Phone dead. Card failed at purchase. With Sarah, mortifying. Relax, I said. Tone controlled low. No relaxing. You took my car. Police time. Not mine. Lease yours. Recovered it. Secure. Pause of shock. You remove car? Nail salon how? Ride share. Wait, no funds. Card's gone too. Voice breaking. Rage to panic. Alex. End this. Not amusing. Retaliation. Controlling. Can't abandon me. Needs exist. Your needs, I echoed. Thought you said I needed you. Angry. Not literal. You were clear, Victoria. Quoted, to be frank. You need me more. I add prestige, excitement. You fund access. Also, I cut in. If not behaving, swap me. Recall? Alex, sorry. Reactivate phone. Mom call needed. Appointment. Quit childish. Still clueless. Saw as punishment. Expected return with gifts, regrets. Not childish, Victoria. Agreeing to your rules. You were correct. Hindering you. You're exceptional. Valuable. DMs full of funders. Alex, no. Tears now. You where? Home soon. No return, I stated. Leasing visit morning. Paid termination. Off agreement. 30 days new solo lease or exit. Notice coming. What? Faint. Rent unaffordable. $3,200. Yes. But called me dull, ordinary. No need for me. High status lady doesn't require average for bills. Can't abandon, yell. Facade gone. Confident image vanished. Fearful youth seeing reality. Nothing left. Next steps. Office view bright. Burden lifted. Said you'd swap? I said. Steady end. Head start for you. Alex. Locate him, Victoria. Disconnected. Block that, Sarah's. Social accounts, mail. Paused, awaiting remorse. Absent. Following quiet, priceless purchase. Valued every cent. Next week's hotel stay, apartment hunt. Anticipated isolation. Missing her. Instead, like dropping heavy load carried years. Battery full day. Statements minimal. Full night's rest. Drama lingered. Predictably, supporters came. Days post-split, Sarah message, Victoria's top ally. Pushed idea of deserving sponsorship. Unbelievable. Abandoned her empty-handed. Parents home, sobbing. Narcissist, money controller. Sleep easy after destroying her. Read during self-funded stake, savings from her usual treatments. No anger. Factual response. Didn't destroy Sarah? Ceased funding. Said easy swap, mere provider. Allowing proof. Just upset. Rent impossible alone. Perhaps avoid challenging the payer. Luck, Sarah. Blocked. Months later, details of her search via shared contacts. Failure. DM guys as suspected. Interest in intimacy, not $3,200 housing. Requests ignored. Desired sponsors sought younger, less complicated. No apartment requalify. Evicted after 30. Back to suburban parents. Nightmare for content creator. Feed silent. Tough luxury posts from old room with outdated decor. I flourished. Save $4,000 monthly. Invested. Gym regular, self-focused. Rebuilt neglected friendships, as she disapproved. Dated carefully. Met Sophia, a nurse. First outing, she grabbed Bill. Nearly emotional. Covered it, but act mended part of me. Half year on, encountered Victoria. Sunday, premium market, wine for hosted gathering. Pasta section turn, there. Changed appearance. Beauty intact. Time doesn't erase that, but glow faded. Hair casual. No luxury footwear. Basic shoes. Weary look. Basket. Microwave meal, inexpensive wine. Spotted me, stilled. Then hair adjust, posture fix. Habitual. Alex. Breathless, feigning pleasant shock. Hi Victoria, calm. Pulse steady. Neutral. No rage, affection. Indifference. Wow, scanning. Fitted shirt, toned from routine. Looking great. Appreciate it. Things positive. Weight shift, familiar gaze. Once prompted unnecessary apologies. Miss you actually. Thought about us often. Stared. No, I spoke wildly. Closer, space invasion. Stressed. Realized undervalued you. Men around? Awful. No care like yours. Arm touch light. Coffee maybe? Talk. Changed much. Viewed hand, then eyes. Saw intent. Not missing me. Missing vehicle. Home. Security. Attempted swap. Value drop noted. Returning to backup. Stepped away softly. Not wise, Victoria. Expression dropped. Why? Angry still? Alex, we clicked. You want challenge. Short real laugh. Exactly, I said. Correct that evening. Said I needed you. Eyes brightened. Thought one. Yes? New. Needed lesson on intolerable. Clarified. Showed worth beyond funds. Lesson learned. No need for you. Smile gone. Found better. Victoria. Vague gesture to existence. Calm. Normal. Doesn't demand dignity. Took needed wine nearby. Best with content, said. Headed checkout. No backward glance. Unnecessary. Knew her stance there. Solo amid pasta. Grasping discarded ordinary. Was sole true appreciator. Traded for illusion non-existent. Paid items. Stepped into sunlight. Thanks for listening. Subscribe and like if interested. Thoughts on this? Comment below.